let's look at sed. Sed is an advanced stream editor which allows us to filter and transform text. For example, allows us to replace text in a file, delete text, delete lines, print out every other line, for example, print out the lines 1 through 10 of a file, that sort of thing. And it also is often used in conjunction with regular expressions. We'll look at some examples here. So the most common syntax is something like this. You use the sed command and then whatever manipulation you want to occur, and then the file. As I've indicated before, in Linux there's a lot of different ways of doing things. A lot of times you'll see me cat out my file and pipe it to sed, but this also works. And the manipulation is here in the quotes. And the manipulation for this one says search for the word day, replace it with the word night, and G says do it everywhere or on every occurrence. Sed 1D says delete the first line of the file .txt. This is a regular expression. This says match any, remember the dot says any character. So look at the first character of each line, and in here I have nothing, so replace it with nothing. In other words, delete the first character of each line. This one, remember, this is the placeholder for the end of a line. If you've watched the regular expression tutorial, this says look at the last character of each line and delete it in the file. This one says search for any line that has the word Fred on it and delete it. And let's see. Finally, maybe we can print out the first line of the file, print out lines 1 through 4 of the file. Let's do some examples. And I haven't written down every single example. Those are some common ones. So let me flip back here for a minute. Okay, so I have this file called animals.animals. There we are. And so let's just look at this. And so sed, and we're going to search for the word donkey, and we're going to replace with giraffe or something like that. And the file's called animals. Now, it did replace it. You can see it replaced it. However, what I want you to make you aware of is I cat out animals again. Notice I still have the original there. Well, sed, it manipulates a stream of text. It doesn't manipulate the original text unless you pass in, over here I'll do a -i. This says manipulate it in place, manipulate the file. So now as I look at that and cat it out, you can see it indeed did make the change to the file itself. I have a backup here. No, I don't. I wish I had a backup, but oh well. Let's look at just one more of this. So let's replace dog with, I don't know, Chihuahua. And cat out animals. You can see it also did that as well. And here's my earlier version. So it did that everywhere where there was an occurrence of Chihuahua. All right, well, let's look at animals again. So cat animals, a lot of times I do it like this. Sed, let's see, 1D or something on the file. So once again, notice it deleted the first one. Did it delete it to the actual file or just to my stream? Well, did we do an in-place delete? No, we did not. So it actually didn't do that, or it didn't save the changes in the file. So you got to be careful. If you want the change to happen in the file, you're going to have to pass in that -i as you're doing it. Let's look at some of those other ones. So cat animals, great. And I want to sed. So search for, let's see here. Search for the first character and replace it with something like that. And oops, sorry, do that as well. You can see that I said find whatever the first character is, I don't care, and we'll replace it with that. Now it didn't do it in place, but you could. There's if I just want to delete the first character. Whoops. If I want to delete the last character, we could, as in the example, we could say do that. So that would delete the last character. And if I wanted to search for the word maybe cow and delete it, we can just pass in something like that, and the cow line is gone. Now remember, I didn't pass in the -I, so it's really still there. And let's try it over here with the -I. Oops. Well, the problem here is now if I'm doing it in place, we have to do it the other way. So cow, oops, cow, D, and animals. So if I'm doing the cat command, I can't actually do it in place. I've got to just do the sed command and then pass in the file name at the end. But you got to be comfortable with doing any of that.